It's the next morning, so this is an ongoing series in how to change your timing belt on a J Series V6. This will cover your pilots, Ridgelines, Accords, CLs, TLs, MDX, any of your Honda Acura vehicles that have the V6 engine in it. But I had to change out the timing belt last night. I apologize I didn't film that. It's not that hard, really. It isn't. The way you get it off, you can get it off any way you want. I've cut them before. I've popped off the tensioner idler pulley, pulled the 14mm out of that, took it off that way. You can also take off the timing belt tensioner if you want. Two 10mm bolts hold that thing on. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is that, so I marked the old timing belt, and I transferred the new marks to the timing belt by counting the teeth or valleys between them. And then I put them on the cam, the front cam, the rear cam, and then the crankshaft as well. I'll start at the rear cam, go to the water pump, go to the front cam, work my way down to the idler pulley, to the crank, and then the tensioner idler pulley, and put it on that way. And then I make sure that the marks are all lined up, and they are. And then I'm top dead center, which I am. And I mark it in two different spots on the belt, just so I have that extra point of reference. To hold the belt in place, I will use these, I know they're used for woodworking, I don't remember ever what they're called, but they're little clamps. I picked these up from Home Depot. So I'll clamp that one down, I'll clamp that one down as I'm working my way down to the crank, so it doesn't jump off the cam. The belt doesn't jump off the cam when I'm doing the work or putting on the belt. Another thing I do is I put the one 10mm bolt in the tensioner, leave the other one out, so that the tensioner idler pulley can dangle a little bit, which makes it a little bit easier to put the belt on. And once the belt is fully on, I'll go ahead and put the last 10mm bolt in and tighten up both of them. Just make sure you don't forget to do that, or your timing belt will jump and you're going to have serious problems. So you need to check to make sure that all the bolts are tight. One thing I've also run into is where the back cam jumps around a lot. The clamp does help with that and keeping the belt on. But if you're having a bear of a time trying to get the marks to line up, the belt to sit properly onto the cam in the specific place where it's supposed to be marked, like right there you see the cam's marked and the belt is marked, you can always move the front or rear cam a couple teeth with a 17mm bolt on the crank, on the bolt itself, the cam bolt itself, either forward or backwards, to get everything to line up. Just make sure that once it's lined up, you put it back into the correct spot. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, if you need to go forward or back, go ahead and get a 17mm or wrench, move your cam, be that the front or back one, clockwise or counterclockwise, to get the belt to line up. And then once it's lined up, bring the cam back into the number one spot. It makes it a lot easier instead of trying to fight everything. Moving the cam a couple teeth forward or back is not going to hurt anything. That was about it. Now, if you guys have any questions at all, you can always email me at bundysgarage@gmail.com. With this lower cover, it's kind of hard to tell if you have an oil or coolant leak. So what I like to do is I like to drill two little holes. There's one right there. There's one right there. You can see them on the outside right there. Right there. I'll drill little holes in the bottom cover so that if it's leaking internally or leaking on this side of the cover, the oil or coolant will come out and I'll be able to spot a problem a lot quicker. So if the water pump starts weeping, comes down here, it has a place to go and not just pool up in here. Just makes it a little bit easier to spot a problem sooner than later. Alright guys, there you go. I'll put a link to all the videos that I did about this timing belt. It's not hard, it really isn't. I'll put a couple other links in the description below to other timing belt videos I did for the Honda V6, and then any tools I used I'll put there down. I'll put the link in the description as well. But like I said, if you guys have any problems or questions, feel free to reach out to me, guys. I'm here to help you. If you can, subscribe to Bundy's Garage on YouTube.